Okay, so let's quickly start with tangents and normals. Okay, what we do in tangents and normals, guys, understand one thing. Tangent and normal, you need to keep one point in mind. What is that? Whenever there is a curve and tangent to it, whenever there is a curve and tangent to it, they are sharing one common point. What are they sharing? They are sharing one common point. And whenever there is a common point, whenever there is a common point, that point, let's say that point is a comma b, that point will satisfy equation of curve as well as equation of tangent. Yes or no? How many of you understanding this point? Please raise your hands. Point is very simple. If you have tangent to the curve, if you have tangent to the curve, the point that they are sharing, or the common point what they have, it will satisfy equation of tangent as well as equation of curve. Those who understood this point, please raise your hands. Okay, very good. Second point, if you differentiate both the functions, if you differentiate both the functions, let's say curve ka equation as well as tangent ka equation, if you differentiate both the functions, curve ka equation or tangent ka equation, when you differentiate them, their differentiation at the given point will also be equal. You just need to understand these 2 points. If you understand them well enough, you will be able to solve the question. ये 2 points पे ही पूरा tangents and पूरा का पूरा normals depend है. For normals, you just need to keep one point in mind. What is that? Whatever is the gradient of tangent, negative reciprocal of that will be the gradient of normal. That's it. On the basis of these 2 points, you can solve any question given in the differentiation of tangent ka equation is equals to differentiation of curve ka equation, right? The differentiation of normal ka equation, uska negative reciprocal will be equals to the differentiation of curve ka equation. Getting it or not? Correct? Okay, let's quickly understand from a question, then we will move to the next part. Okay, it is more of using those 2 points only. If you understand those 2 points well enough, you don't have to practice lot of questions. You just have to practice when and how to use those 2 points. That's it. Okay, we will solve one question. It doesn't matter whether it is a word problem or whether it is a graph problem. It's all about understanding, nothing else. Okay, guys, I want you to solve question number. Well, guys, now am I audible? Hello? Yeah. So what is the point I'm telling you? If curve and tangent, if curve and normal, if they share a point, if they share a common point, that point will satisfy equation of curves or equation of tangents as well as equation of their differentiations. Okay? So first point is 4 comma y. So y की जगह पे y लिख दिया, at the place of 4 I wrote down 4. So y का value is coming 6. Y का value is coming what? It means what? This coordinate is nothing but 4 comma 6. Yes or no? I use this equation and got the value of y. I will put it in the given equation. What I will get? I will get 6 equals to a root 4 plus b times 4. I get 6 equals to 2a plus 4b. How many of you understood first equation? Please raise your hands. करेक्ट, इट इज जस्ट द सब्स्टिट्यूशन. डिफरेंशिएशन तो अभी तक पिक्चर में आया ही नहीं है. वी आर सॉल्विंग इट फ्रॉम साइमल्टेनियस इक्वेशन पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू. ठीक है. नाउ सेकंड पॉइंट. व्हाट इज सेकंड पॉइंट? I told you if they are sharing common point, their differentiations will be equal, right? So the differentiation of this curve is what? 1. Why? Because it is a gradient of the given tangent, right? And differentiation of this curve is what? Differentiation of this curve is a upon 2 root x plus b, correct? And we are calculating this differentiation at this point. So if I put x की जगह पे 4, what I get? A upon 2 root 4 plus b, which is nothing but 1 equals to a by 4 plus b, right? I got second equation. See, I have two equations. I can solve them simultaneously and get the value of a and b. Getting it or not? How many of you understood this logic? I'll show you one more question. Yes. बेटा इसको differentiate किया ना? I differentiated it. When you differentiate this, you get differentiation equals to 1. Right? So again, I'm telling you, you just focus on 2 points. What are those 2 points? Whatever coordinate is given, this is the summary of entire concept. Whatever coordinate is given, it will satisfy actual equations. Actual equations को satisfy करेगा. Yes or no? And whatever differentiation you find, differentiation at x equals to a, the given point, it will you can equate both the gradients for this if it is a tangent. The differentiation of the curved equation and differentiation of tangent ka equation is equal at the given point. If it is a normal, you just take the negative reciprocal and equate. How many of you understood this? Raise your hands, guys. Okay, that's it. Now see, on the basis of this, you will be able to solve one question. Everyone focus here and try question. किधर गया वो question? Yes, everyone try question number 4. Everyone please try question number 4. Only 2 points you have to follow. जो 2 points लिखा के दिए हैं, you have to follow those 2 points only. That's it. Agastya, are you getting it or not?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Shardul, getting it or not?
Yes, sir.
So whatever points I am telling you, just keep those points in mind. Question कितना भी tough आए, we will be solving it this way only. How many of you understanding question 4? Please raise your hands. Very good. Badhiya. Jugadvir, yes.
I just joined. I'm looking at the question. Is this substitution equation, right?
Yes. इसमें एक एडिशनल टाइप का क्वेश्चन आता है, that also I will explain, but you have to solve it using calculators. Arun, are you getting it or not? Guys, you haven't shared your FA scores with me till now. Those who have shared, it's okay. Those who have not shared, please share it on WhatsApp. Yeah. share it on WhatsApp. Chalo guys, math scores I'm talking about, math scores. Yeah, I got yours. Yeah. If you have got physics as well, share. Physics का भी share कर दो, ठीक है. Guys, see, I'm solving the question now, okay? We will understand the concepts in today's and Thursday's class. एक एक क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करेंगे, ठीक है. सैटरडे संडे वी विल बी प्रैक्टिसिंग लॉट ऑफ क्वेश्चंस बेस्ड ऑन दिस प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ कर्व्स, ठीक है. देखो इधर, द tangent to this curve is given. What is given? Tangent to curve is given. Okay. At the point, what is the point? So they have given you one coordinate जिसका तुमको y value पता नहीं है. Yes or no? Okay. And they have given you gradient as well. Correct? So imagine क्या दिया मैंने तुमको. So it will satisfy equation as well as differentiation वाले equations as well. Correct? So what you do? First you put this point in the given equation. You will get one in terms of y and k. You will get one equation in terms of y and k. So if I put 2 at the place of x, what equation I get? I am following this. First I am putting the given point in curve. So that is 2 cube. So y ka value is equals to 2 cube is 8. 8 2s are 16. 16 plus 2 square is 4. 4k minus 3. So I get one equation as 13 plus 4k. How many of you understood this part, guys? Please raise your hands. Those who understood it, please raise your hands. I have just put down the given equation in the given curve. Sorry, the given point in the given curve, right? Now question has mentioned gradient as well. So what I will do? I will differentiate this. What I will do? Differentiate this. When I differentiate it, what do I get in differentiation? Y dash equals to 6x square plus 2kx, right? And question has given us the gradient is 4. What is 4? So it means y ka value is what? 4. I got y dash ka value, that is gradient. Y dash is 4 equals to, at what point? At x equals to 2 again. So 2 square is 4. 4 6 is 24. 24 plus 4k. Yes or no? From here you will get the value of k. From here what you will get? So k ka value is minus 5. What is the value of k? Once you get the value of k, you put it in this. What you will get? Value of y. You will get the value of y. That is the coordinate at which both the curves are meeting. Yes or no? So if you put minus 5 in that, your answer of y comes out to be minus 7. Yes or no? So y ka coordinate is minus 7. So it means the tangent is passing through this coordinate and the gradient of tangent is 4. Now you tell me y equals to mx plus c. If you use here, y ka value is minus 7, m ka value is 4, x ka value is 2 plus c. Won't you be getting the value of c? So c comes out to be minus 15. C comes out to be what? So your equation of curve is y equals to 4x minus 15. How many of you understood it? Please raise your hands. And how many of you reached till here? Yes.
I got everything right, but then I didn't understand what was the need to do y is equal to 16 plus 4.
बेटा y कोऑर्डिनेट कैसे निकालोगे बताओ?
So for that I just put x is equal to 2 in the equation and what?
तो बेटा y मिलेगा ही नहीं ना, k की वैल्यू पता नहीं है.
Yeah, but I found k value first and then I.
दैट इज फाइन. वही तो हो रहा है. तुमने पहले k का वैल्यू निकाला फिर इस इक्वेशन में डाल दिया. करेक्ट? मैंने सिर्फ इसको तुमको, आई एम गिविंग यू द जनरल स्टेप्स व्हेन यू डोंट अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट टू डू इन द क्वेश्चन. गेटिंग इट अवानिश? When you don't understand what to do in question, you will follow these 2 steps only. First one, every coordinate will satisfy your equation, whatever equations tangents at, right? Second, you will differentiate those equations, equate them at the given point. Getting this or not? Avanish? Yes. Okay. Guys, how many of you understood this concept? Please raise your hands. Those who understood it. Yes, bolo. बेटा यहां पे सिर्फ x की वैल्यू पुट कर दी. tangent at x equals to 2, right? So 2 square is how much? बेटा ग्रेडियंट कितना दिया है? सो दिस इज द डिफरेंशिएटेड फॉर्म. सी y डैश लिखा है कि नहीं यहाँ पे? So differentiated at x equals to 2. Getting it? Okay guys, let's quickly solve one more question. Concept clear हो जाएगा. Let's quickly solve one more question. Guys, question number 11. Everyone, try question number 11. Ryan, Jugadveer, guys, are you getting this or not? Pranshu, Yuval? Yeah. Doesn't matter what question you are solving, you have to use these 2 points only. Okay, देखो जिसका भी जल्दी से ये क्वेश्चन सॉल्व हो जाएगा, those who are done with this question, try 10th question as well. Logic is exactly same, you don't have to do anything extra. If equation of tangent is already given, you can find its gradient. How many of you understanding question number 11? Raise your hands. Very good, guys. Okay. Guys, how many of you understanding the question? Raise your hands. Understanding it. Okay. See, थोड़ा सा practice करना पड़ेगा. Okay. When you practice it, you'll understand more. You'll get the answers. Look here. The tangent to this curve at x equals to k has the gradient. Now what is given in the question? Gradient is given. If gradient is given, I will differentiate this. What I will do? Differentiate this. If I differentiate it, what will I get? I will get y dash equals to 4 bracket 2x minus 1 raised to power 3, which is equals to into 2 भी करना पड़ेगा because it is a chain rule. It is what? So this is into 2. Now you'll understand why we have focused a lot on chain rule, because at the place of x there is something else. So 4 to the 8, 8 bracket 2x minus 1 raised to power 3 equals to gradient is 8 again. So 8 get cancelled. You get 2x minus 1 raised to power 3 equals to 1. When you take cube root, you get 2x minus 1 equals to 1. 2x minus 1 is equals to 1. So 2x is equals to 2. So x is equals to 1. What is the value of x? 1. And it is at x equals to k only. So k का value क्या आ गया? K is also 1. How many of you understood this? Please raise your hands. Don't forget the chain rule, right? Once you get the value of k equals to 1, that is x equals to 1. So x का value 1 है. I don't know y का value. I will put one value here and I will get my y ka value, the y coordinate. So 2 minus 1 is 1. So my coordinate is becoming 1 comma 1. Second question is asking find the equation of tangent. For equation of line, we need one coordinate and one gradient. So I already know the gradient. I already know the coordinate. How will I find the equation? Y equals to mx plus c. Just put down the coordinates here. You get c is equals to minus 7. 1 1. So 1 equals to 8 plus c. C will be equals to minus 7. So your coordinate comes out, gradient is 8x and y intercept is minus 7. So your equation of tangent comes out to be y equals to 8x minus 7. How many of you understood it? Please raise your hands. Again, I'm telling you guys, tangents and normals, you have only these 2 points to keep in mind. For tangents, gradients we will assume equal, and for normals we will take reciprocal of negative reciprocal of one and equate with the other. So x intercept of the tangent, x की वैल्यू, y की वैल्यू जीरो पुट करेंगे बेटा, किसकी वैल्यू जीरो पुट करेंगे, y की वैल्यू जीरो. So you put it 0, you take the square root of fourth root of that, so x का value is half. In short, ठीक है? I hope you understood this. Now we will solve. Yes.
So I look at the points 1 comma 1. I know that x equals to 1, but y equals to this है.
बेटा ये इक्वेशन में x की जगह 1 पुट कर दिया ना. Yes.
So if y is equal to 0, then how will it be half?
एक से अच्छा tangent का पूछा है कि कर्व का पूछा है? tangent का पूछा है तो फिर 7/8 आंसर आएगा. या नाउ सी गाइज, वी विल सॉल्व वन क्वेश्चन फॉर नॉर्मल. ठीक है, एवरीवन फोकस हियर. यस, मीट्स द कर्व. देखो ये एक एडिशनल क्वेश्चन आता है इसमें, वेयर नॉर्मल मीट्स द कर्व अगेन. इसका मतलब क्या है कि यू फाइंड द इक्वेशन ऑफ नॉर्मल. व्हाट यू फाइंड? इक्वेशन ऑफ नॉर्मल. नॉर्मल लाइन का इक्वेशन निकालेंगे एंड यू विल इक्वेट नॉर्मल का इक्वेशन विद द गिवन इक्वेशन, बट दैट इज ऑन द ग्राफ. ठीक है, सो फर्स्ट यू हैव टू फाइंड द इक्वेशन ऑफ नॉर्मल इन दिस. गाइज प्लीज ट्राई क्वेश्चन नंबर 6. एवरीवन प्लीज ट्राई क्वेश्चन नंबर 6. I am again telling you, logic is exactly same. It's just that at the place of gradient, equating the gradient, you have to equate the negative reciprocal of one with the another. If you do that, negative reciprocal of either tangent or curve with the another one, then only you will get the equal gradients because it is a normal. Yes.
Do we find the normal of the gradient line or do we find the normal of the equation?
द नॉर्मल. अच्छा देखो यहाँ पे कॉन्सेप्ट को ऐसे इंटरप्रेट करो. सी लेट्स से दिस इज योर कर्व, राइट, एंड दिस इज द पॉइंट वेयर देयर इज अ टैंजेंट, करेक्ट. एट दिस पॉइंट यू आर फाइंडिंग द नॉर्मल टू द कर्व. नेगेटिव रेसिप्रोकल. यस, करेक्ट. स्टेप्स आर एग्जैक्टली सेम. Those who are understanding it, please raise your hands. Okay, don't worry, I am recording today's class. Many of the concepts are involved here, right? So if in case you feel like अरे यार ये थोड़ा सा point समझ में नहीं आया, you can go through the video again, don't worry. अच्छा, how many of you read the question and understood little bit? Raise your hands. Very good. शार्दुल, अरुण, जुगादवीर. वेरी गुड. Yes. Now see, guys, understand here. Find the points where the normal to this curve at x equals to 1. So see, they have given me coordinate x comma y, जिसका मुझे एक पॉइंट पता है, x coordinate पता है, y पता नहीं है. Can I find the y coordinate? Yes, I can. If I put 1 in the place of x. So if I put 1 at the place of x, I get 1 minus 2 plus 1. So this is nothing but 0. So y का वैल्यू कितना आ रहा है? 0. It means what? This is x intercept. This is what? X intercept. This is my common interpretation, right? Till now I have not even done the differentiation. It means what? My normal line is passing through this point. My normal line is passing through what? This point, correct? Okay. Second, now I will differentiate the given equation. Now I will differentiate the given equation. So my differentiation comes out to be 3x square minus 4x plus 1. Am I right? And again, differentiation at the given point only. Oh, sorry, constant, है ना? Very good. So it is a constant, right? So differentiation आ गया? It is again at the same point, because if this is the curve and this is the common point, my line is going to pass through the same point. So if first I'll find the gradient of the tangent. So gradient of tangent comes out to be what? Again I'll put 1, my gradient comes out to be minus 1. 3 minus 4 is minus 1. But I want gradient of normal. But this is the gradient of tangent. So what I do? So it will become negative reciprocal. So negative reciprocal of minus 1 is 1 only. So now see, you have gradient of normal and the point through which the gradient passes. The line passes. So y is equals to mx plus c. You already know y coordinate is 0, gradient is 1, x coordinate is 1. So c comes out to be minus 1. So y is equals to m is 1, that is x, and c is minus 1. So this is your gradient of equation of normal. How many of you understood this point? Please raise your hands. So I have not done any rocket science in this. मैंने सिर्फ एक ही काम किया. Entire concept में I have done only one change compared to tangent. What I have done, I have found coordinate like a gradient of tangent. Only one thing I have changed, that is the negative reciprocal of it, because question is asking me the gradient of normal and not the tangent. How many of you understood? Please raise your hands. Shardul, okay. Arun Ayyar, Pranshu, Ryan, our final answer is y equals to x minus 1. This is not the final answer yet. This is not the final answer. Till now you have got the equation of normal only. Yes. So what you do? देखो ये question if we solve it on paper, it will take a longer time because यहाँ पे cube equation है, cubical equation है. Yes or no? So what we do? We solve it on a calculator. These questions mostly come in calculator based. So what you do? You have one curve y equals to x cube minus 2x square plus 1. You have second curve, that is y is equals to x minus 1. You plot both of them in graph and find the intersection point. What you find? Intersection point. One point is already known, that is 1 comma 0. So whatever is the second point except 1 comma 0 or third point, there might be two intersections, right? So those two are your answers. How many of you understood this? Raise your hands. Very good. 1 ही रहेगा ना बेटा. -1 upon -1 क्या रहेगा? ओके यस बोलो आर्यन. कौन सा वाला, कौन सा पार्ट? हाँ अच्छा. नाउ यू हैव टू फाइंड मीट द कर्व अगेन, राइट? सो लेट्स से दिस इज योर ओरिजिनल कर्व. दिस इज योर ओरिजिनल कर्व. यहां पे मैं कर्व ड्रॉ कर रहा हूं, ठीक है? लेट्स से दिस इज योर ओरिजिनल कर्व, ओके? And this is the point at which you are finding the normal, right? So whatever the normal ka equation you have and whatever the curve ka equation you have, you will plot them in graph and you will find the intersection points. Yes. ठीक है? This is how we solve tangents and normals का questions. इसका कुछ practice तुमको करना पड़ेगा घर पे, guys. If you don't practice at home, you will find it difficult. And for tangents or normal, I gave you only 2 hints. Yeah, 2 points to keep in mind. If it is a point that is tangent, if it is a common point for tangent and curve, it will satisfy both tangent and curve ka equation. If you differentiate both equations, the gradient of them will be equal. Instead of tangent, if normal is given, you will find the gradient, take negative reciprocal of it. That's it. ठीक है? Fine. Now let's move to the next point. नाउ आफ्टर दिस पॉइंट्स आर प्रिटी इजी, इसके बाद थोड़े पॉइंट्स ज्यादा इजी होते जाते हैं, ठीक है. सी दिस इज व्हाट इज गिवन इन योर टेक्स्ट बुक. ओके, this is what is given in your textbook. Why we are learning differentiation, why we are doing it? Because it helps us understand graph easily. Now see, whatever curve ka equation is given, if I differentiate it and differentiation ka answer, whatever answer I'm getting for differentiation, if that differentiation ka answer is greater than or equals to 0, it means my graph is increasing. It means what? My graph is increasing. Whatever is the differentiation, if at a given point it is greater than or equals to 0, my graph is what? Increasing. If differentiation or the gradient is less than or equals to 0, my graph is what? Decreasing. So see, a positive gradient implies the increasing graph or increasing function. A negative gradient implies the decreasing function. हाँ, ठीक है ना. क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करेंगे तो समझ में आएगा ना. राइट गाइज, हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू अंडरस्टूड दिस 2 पॉइंट्स? प्लीज रेज योर हैंड्स. इसमें सिर्फ एक एडिशनल पॉइंट आता है. व्हाट इज दैट? लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड फ्रॉम हियर. रुको जरा, सबर करो. गाइज, ट्राई दिस क्वेश्चन. एवरीवन टेल मी if it is increasing or decreasing. I want the intervals in which it is increasing or decreasing. Quickly. Everyone. See, I gave you one point, that is if f dash of x is greater than or equals to 0, it is increasing. If f dash of x is less than or equals to 0, it is decreasing. How to find whether it is increasing or decreasing? इसमें एक एडिशनल पॉइंट ये आता है, you have to draw the sign diagram. What you have to draw? Sign diagram of the differentiated function. How do you draw the sign diagram? We will understand. First, give me the differentiation of this question. You can already find the differentiation, guys. उतना तो हम अभी minus 12x square plus 30x plus 18. Very good. So this is my y dash, right? Now I don't even know at what point it becomes 0. So what I do? I equate it with 0 and find the values of x. What I do? I equate it with 0. See, all this discussion is happening for non-calculator questions. All this discussion is happening for non-calculator questions क्योंकि उसमें पूछते हैं ऐसे. You have to draw the sign diagram and identify. Getting it or not? So all this discussion is happening for non-calculator based questions. Calculator अगर रहेगा तो बहुत easy है. That we will learn, right? Either you can use quadratic formula or you can use splitting the middle term. 6 का factorization करो. Factorize minus 6. What you get? You get 2x square plus 5x plus 3. Yes or no? You get, sorry, not plus plus, it is minus minus. I have factorized minus 6, correct? So if you look at this, इसका factorization अगर करोगे, I think your answer will come 3 and 1/3, something like that. Guys, do the factorization of this and tell me what is your answer. ये 6 तो खत्म हो जाएगा. Splitting the middle, हाँ? No, wrong. The addition should come negative 5. So minus 6 into 1 will be the factor. अच्छा, ये इधर 3 है. So your factors comes 2x plus. Yes, correct. So your x का values come out to be x equals to minus half and x equals to 3. देखो guys, understand the steps. If you can't find the value of a x where it is becoming 0 or whether it is increasing or decreasing, you will equate your differentiation to 0 and first find the values of x. Then what you do? you draw a sine diagram. So one value will be minus half, another value will be 3. Getting it? Now put any value less than minus half. Let's say you are putting minus 1. What are you putting? Where you will put? For y dash का equation. किसमें put करेंगे? If you put minus 1 here and check what sign you get for your answer. What sign you are getting for this? So this will be minus 12, minus 30. So answer is coming negative. So for infinity till minus half, the function is decreasing. The function is what? Decreasing, right? Second, put any value between minus half and 3. I will put 0. Whenever there is possibility of putting 0, put it. So ये 0 0 हो जाएगा, 18 answer. Here it is positive. So for interval between 1 to minus half to 3, the function is increasing. Then put any value above 3. Any value, बड़ा number लो, 100 ले लो. 100 square, so minus 1200 हो जाएगा. So this will always be less than minus 1200. So this is negative answer. So any value above 3, the gradient will be negative. The function is decreasing. So if you imagine, थोड़ा सा imagine अगर करोगे, so इससे तुम predict कर सकते हो graph. So function is coming like this, going little bit up and then again coming like this. Getting it or not? So till here it is negative, till here it is positive, again it is becoming negative. How many of you understanding this? Please raise your hands, guys. This logic, right? So this is how differentiation of first differentiation. कौन सा differentiation? This is how the first differentiation of curve help us understand whether it is increasing or decreasing. How many of you understood it again? Please raise your hands. Let me see how many of you have understood. Ryan, are you getting this or not?
Yes, sir. So we can leave it just on the side diagram.
No. You need to write this interval. See, find the intervals it is saying. Right? Okay. Now understand one thing. Let me take you to the graph. देखो. Let's say I have drawn graph like this. Okay? I have drawn graph like this. ऐसा graph निकाल लिया मैंने, ठीक है? Again it is coming down. Now we are understanding the graphs. मुझे एक बात बताओ. Whatever is this point, let's say this is A point, this is B point, and this is C point. Okay? Tell me one thing. Let's say I'm starting from 0 and I'm going till 100. Okay? Guys, tell me the interval where function is increasing. I'm saying interval, not the points. C, 0 to A, it is increasing, and B to C, it is increasing. Yes or no? Tell me the intervals where it is decreasing. A to B, it is decreasing, and C to 100, it is decreasing. Guys, understand one thing. If my graph is increasing, and then it is decreasing, there will come a point where the gradient will become what? 0. The gradient will become 0. If it is decreasing and then start increasing, there will come a point where gradient will become 0. So the points at which your gradient is becoming 0 are called as local minimum or local maximum. Right? Yes, correct. If the local maximum ka value is highest, it is called as global maximum. If local minimum ka value is lowest, so here local minimum is this. This is the global minimum I'll call. That's the local one. So the lowest value is global, highest value is global. Anything in between is called as local. How many of you understanding this? Please raise your hands. So this is our next concept. Finding global maximum, global minimum. Finding, what we say? Local maximum, local minimum. Yes or no? Everything is linked with dy by dx. Everything is linked with what? Dy by dx. If your dy by dx is equals to 0, it is what? Whatever points you find are either global minimum or global maximum. If your dy by dx is greater than 0 or greater than equals to 0, the function is increasing. If it is less than or equals to 0, the function is decreasing. So based on this, you can predict if your graph is coming down or going up. How many of you understanding this logic? Please raise your hands. This is how differentiation helps you. And the questions will come in combination with functions and differentiation. Okay. So they will ask you plot the graph, find the differentiated graph. All these kind of questions will come in this. So you need to keep all these points in mind. So this is what I was explaining. See, a stationary point of a function is a point where f dash of x is equals to 0. It means what? Whatever the global maximum, global minimum points are there, they are what? The differentiation is same name. The differentiation equals to 0 also has one more name. That is called as horizontal tangent. That is called as what? Horizontal tangent. No, not necessarily. Tangent तो यहाँ पे भी हो सकता है. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Horizontal tangent है तो it will be at vertices only, right? So guys, देखो अभी f dash of x का कितना यूज है, कहाँ कहाँ पे यूज है. f dash of x के मीनिंग्स और यूजेस कहाँ कहाँ पे है, ठीक है. So if f dash of x is asked, it can be used for tangents and normals, right? F dash of x ka hi, how to interpret whether you have to do the differentiation or not. So all these words you need to keep in mind. Tangents, if question is saying tangents, dy by dx should come into your mind. You will have to differentiate. Normals, if normals is mentioned, you have to differentiate. If it is saying maximum or minimum, you have to differentiate. If it is saying increasing or decreasing, you have to differentiate. If it says horizontal tangent, if it says what? Horizontal tangent. So f dash of x has to be what? 0. This is how you will have to solve the question. समझ में आ रहा है कि नहीं? You will find the points at which tangent is horizontal. You will put those point in given curve का equation and find the y values. Because horizontal line का equations are always in y equals to c form. In case question gives you like this, y is equals to 10, it means for the curve it is the horizontal tangent. How many of you understanding this point? Please raise your hands. You need to keep these points in mind while solving the questions. See, in last 5 minutes, I'm going to teach you how to approach solving questions for differentiation. Not only for differentiation, in entire mathematics. Getting it? Okay? So now see here. This is horizontal tangent, this is also horizontal tangent, correct? But is it the highest value for the graph? What is the highest value for the graph? But here we don't know whether it is curved or not. If you assume it is curved, this is the highest value. So that will be the global maximum. This will be the local maximum. So global maximum, local maximum, dy by dx equals to 0. No. No, that is not global maximum. Maximums and minimums have differentiation equals to 0. In all cases. Is it becoming 0 there? No. Maximum value of the graph will be that. Yes. ठीक है? Okay. Now, answer me quickly. How many of you understood this? Please raise your hands. Guys, those who have understood this, I think you have learned this in school today only. Okay. Now see, how does sign diagram help us identify whether it is global maximum or local maximum or whatever it is, or whether it is inflection, right? So let's say you have drawn a sign diagram. What you have drawn? Sign diagram. This is point A, this is point B. Okay? Let's say point C B है बीच में. So here in this case your gradient is negative. Here it is positive. Let's say again here it is positive, here it is negative. Right? So guys, imagine a graph. Gradient is decreasing, 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 then becoming positive. So decrease, 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 then it is becoming positive. Yes or no? So what will this point be called? It will be a minimum point. Either local or global. We will identify. How many of you understanding this? Please raise your hands. Global मतलब सबसे बड़ा, local मतलब normally. Yeah, ठीक है. If it, no, you must know the difference between these two terms. That's what I'm explaining. ठीक है. Second, देखो यहां पे प्लस का प्लस ही रह गया, क्या हो गया, प्लस रिमेन प्लस, मतलब ग्राफ ऐसे जा रहा था, थोड़ा सा हॉरिजॉन्टल बना और ऊपर चला गया। यस और नो? व्हेन साइंस डू नॉट चेंज दैट इज कॉल्ड एज, हाँ अरे यहां पे तो ऊपर गया ना भाई, प्लस प्लस ही है, राइट? अगर साइंस चेंज नहीं हो रहा है, इफ साइंस आर नॉट चेंजिंग, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज अ inflection point, that is called as what? Stationary inflection. What is it called? Guys, you need to keep these terms in mind. Okay, बेटा यहां पे ग्रेडियंट का बात चल रहा है, सो ये ऐसे आया, यहां पे थोड़ा हॉरिजॉन्टल हुआ फिर ऊपर गया, एंड एट दिस पॉइंट इट विल कम डाउन, एट दिस पॉइंट इट विल कम डाउन यहां से, yes, here it will come down after this point. Guys, how many of you understanding this? Please raise your hands. Here you will understand. See, a local maximum, for maximum first gradient will be positive, then will be negative. Positive means increasing, negative means decreasing. So when you get curve like this, it is global, sorry, it is local maximum. When you get curve like this, it is negative, it is positive, it is local minimum. If graph is going up up up, thoda sa horizontal ho fir up up up, this point is called as stationary inflection because no gradient is changing at that point. How many of you understood this? Please raise your hands. Yes, okay. Others, Jugadveer, Aryan, Divyan, Pranshu, Ryan. Getting it or not? Right? You must know these points. You must remember these points. ठीक है? After this is what I was talking about. Shape कैसे identify करेंगे? Either you do it through sign diagram. Either you do it through what? Either you do it through sign diagram or you do it through double differentiation. Now you'll understand why we were learning higher order derivatives या higher derivatives. Reason was very simple. See, क्या करना पड़ रहा था? If original function is given, you differentiate it, then you equate it with 0, then you plot those points for which it is becoming 0 on curve, and then you find the values for which it is getting positive, negative. Yes or no? Correct? You don't need to do all these things. What you do? Find double differentiation of it. What you do? Double differentiation. If double differentiation for given point is less than 0, less than or equals to 0, the graph is concave downwards. If double differentiation is greater than 0, greater than or equals to 0, graph is concave upwards. समझ में आ रहा है कि नहीं? So instead of doing this पूरा का पूरा, you do double differentiation and check. नहीं, ट्रिपल का आता ही नहीं है. How many of you understanding it? Please raise your hands. So understand one thing. Whatever points we have discussed till now, you need to remember them. This will not be given in formula booklet. You must remember them. So differentiation, importance of differentiation. क्या क्या importance है? For global minimum, global maximum. For, sorry, local minimum, local maximum. Stationary points. Then tangents, then normals. Double differentiation का importance क्या है? You can directly find whether graph is coming downwards or graph is going upwards. ये shape identify करने के लिए होता है ये. Getting it or not? Let's look at some questions now. You'll understand. थोड़ा सा practice करेंगे तो समझ में आएगा. All these things can be done on calculators. Calculators जब आएंगे, it will become easy to understand. Whenever we will have a calculators, you have to do it on calculator. It is easy to interpret from calculator. All this discussion is going on for non-calculator papers. ठीक है, paper 1 के लिए. But these points will also help you in calculators वाला paper, because when it is clear in mind, you can get answers from anywhere, on paper or on calculator. That doesn't make a difference. Points clear होने चाहिए बस. Getting it or not? Now, guys, look at this question. Look at this question. It is a simple solved example. Now see, here you have to find the differentiation. Chalo quickly. कौन सा ठीक है, सॉल्व नहीं करते इसको, बट क्या करना पड़ेगा, टेल मी ओरली गाइज. अरे व्हाट यू विल डू इन दिस क्वेश्चन? हाँ लेकिन क्या, कैसे डिफरेंशिएट करेंगे इसको? Quotient rule, that's it. Whenever two functions are dividing, you will use what? Quotient rule, correct? Hence find the intervals where it is increasing or decreasing. So first you find the, yes, for f dash of x you have to draw sign diagrams. Getting it? Yeah. Now when you differentiate it, you get answer like this, yes or no? And guys, if you remember यहां पे डिनोमिनेटर में कौन सी वैल्यूज अलाउड नहीं होगी? वी हैव लर्न दिस इन फंक्शंस. डिनोमिनेटर इक्वल्स टू 0 गिव्स यू व्हाट? डिनोमिनेटर इक्वल्स टू 0 गिव्स यू वर्टिकल असिम्प्टोट्स. व्हाट इट गिव्स यू? बोलो गाइस, व्हाट डज इट गिव यू? Denominator equals to 0, y equals to 1 upon x minus 2. The graph will have vertical asymptote at x equals to 2. Yes or no? Functions भूल गए क्या? आरव, अर्नव, शार्दुल, रायन, युवल. पहले ही मैंने बोला है कि कैलकुलस विल इन्वॉल्व मल्टीपल कॉन्सेप्ट्स हियर. यू मस्ट रिमेंबर दोज कॉन्सेप्ट्स. ठीक है, हेवी हो रहा है क्या? चलो गाइज, सॉल्व दिस क्वेश्चन. फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करो, चलो क्विकली सॉल्व द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन. चलो एक क्वेश्चन मैं सॉल्व करके देता हूं, बाकी क्वेश्चंस तुम लोग घर पे सॉल्व करोगे. नहीं, ये आधे लोगों से हुआ ही नहीं सॉल्व ऐसे लग रहा है. गाइज, यू हैव टू डिफरेंशिएट इट. यू हैव टू फाइंड इंक्रीजिंग और डिक्रीजिंग. यहां पे कोई डबल डिफरेंशिएशन का गेम नहीं है. यू हैव टू फाइंड इंक्रीजिंग और डिक्रीजिंग. फॉर इंक्रीजिंग और डिक्रीजिंग वी हैव ओनली वन इक्वेशन. व्हाट इज दैट? एफ डैश ऑफ एक्स इक्वल्स टू 0 करके एक्स के वैल्यूज निकालेंगे, राइट? नाउ सी, here you will have to use the quotient rule. So u is equals to 2 minus x, so u dash will be equals to minus 1. v is equals to x plus 1, so v dash will be equals to 1. So product rule use अगर करेंगे तो v dash into u, sorry, quotient rule, u dash into v minus v dash into u upon denominator का square, correct? So what answer I get here? I get here minus x minus 1 minus 2 plus x. x cancelled. So मेरा न्यूमरेटर में आंसर आ जाता है -3. And in denominator I get x plus 1 का whole square. Correct? Now what I do? This is my f dash of x. This is my f dash of x. I want to find whether it is increasing or decreasing. So I will first equate it to 0. क्या करूंगा पहले मैं? I will first equate it to 0. If I equate it to 0, मेरा आंसर तो ठीक है, मतलब I will not be getting any other answer here, right? So यहां पे मुझे एक वैल्यू तो -3 दिख ही रहा है. In denominator see, what do I have? x plus 1 whole square, right? For in functions you have learned that denominator should not become 0. So I will take x equals to -1, for which it will become 0. So when I draw the sign diagram, when I draw what? Sign diagram, I will plot -1 point here. What I will plot? -1 point here, correct? And for any value less than -1, the function is doing what? For any value less than -1, function is decreasing only. And for any value above it, it is still what? Decreasing only. So ये पूरा का पूरा फंक्शन ही क्या है? डिक्रीजिंग है. हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू अंडरस्टैंडिंग इट? प्लीज रेज योर हैंड्स गाइज. यस, डिनोमिनेटर शुड नॉट बी इक्वल्स टू 0. सो यहां पे क्या हो रहा है पता है तुमको? ये ग्राफ ऐसा नहीं बनेगा. एक्चुअली जब भी डिनोमिनेटर जीरो होता है, जब भी डिनोमिनेटर क्या होता है, it means it is a vertical asymptote. It is what? So function is decreasing. Function is what? Decreasing. Yes or no? पूरा का पूरा function ही decrease कर रहा है. So it is decreasing like this. It is decreasing like this. How many of you understanding it? Please raise your hands. See, this last part, I think we'll have to discuss it again on Thursday so that everyone will have the better understanding. So in next class, we will be solving questions based on increasing, decreasing, then stationary points, then inflection points, and end में फिर L'Hopital rule है. We will see that. That is based on limits and everything. Thursday's class is also important. So please guys, don't miss Thursday's class. I have a simple small request. I want you guys to try these questions at home. सही होगा, गलत होगा, doesn't matter. I just want you guys to try. So Divyan or Arnav, just take the screenshot of this and share in group. Just take the screenshot of this and share in group quickly. And for reference purpose, done sharing. Okay, for reference purpose, look at this solved example as well. ठीक है, इसका भी स्क्रीनशॉट ग्रुप में फॉरवर्ड कर दो. आई एम गोइंग टू टीच इट अगेन ऑन थर्सडे. थर्सडे को ये पॉइंट के कुछ क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करेंगे, देन विल बी मूव टुवर्ड्स इन्फ्लेक्शन पॉइंट्स. Okay, stationary inflection points, non-stationary inflection points. This chapter will be over in this week. Don't miss any class. We will be solving questions based on them on Saturday, Sunday. Thursday we will cover all concepts. Saturday, Sunday we will practice questions. Is this point clear, guys?